Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Our week of bonus videos continues with another tennis manager video, of course, on this bank holiday week, starting on Monday all the way through until today, Friday. We still have the weekend to go. Bonus videos up on those two, so 7 of these tennis manager videos in this save as we continue our progress. Still in year one, still got a lot to go, but we have three pretty solid players who are kind of working on their games, doing okay, and the academy is very slowly building, but building nonetheless. So I'm kind of happy with that. So all that being said, we do have a long way to go. And although I'm very happy with where we are this early on, I know that this is only the beginning, and we'll have to really kick on and do something big later on in the save to kind of make everything worthwhile and to kind of ultimately achieve my goal of winning Wimbledon. Now, I'm not sure kind of how much I want to tweak that goal in that, like, am I going to be okay if I win the doubles at Wimbledon? Nah, not probably, maybe not. Will I be okay with maybe just anyone winning Wimbledon? Maybe. Maybe it needs to be a British player winning Wimbledon. Maybe it would need to be male and female winning respective Wimbledons. Same year, both British, both having come through our academy. Like, there's so many ways we can kind of spin that goal. I think right now the first thing, of course, is just to win, and the only kind of qualifier I will put on it is that I want it to be a um a singles title. I think that's just it. Male, female, British, foreign, youth academy, or from outside. I don't really think I should be playing uh like too strict with those. I think that's just kind of where it lies. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What would you want and what would you kind of suggest in terms of those goals? But overall, I think it's yeah, I think it's fairly reasonable just to have that as our long goal and see how it happens. Okay, Yana got knocked out, and it sucks, but it's not unexpected. And it's also pretty good because she's very low physical condition. And she's got this tournament coming up. So we can kind of rest up a little bit, get ourselves moving in the right direction, and then just continue to push. So definitely a little bit up here to get underway. And then we're going to, I think, definitely take a tactical lesson here. And then a bit more speed. Then we're going to do a bit more here. Kind of think this should be a rest, but really this should be a rest. And this should be the lower body strengthening. So we're kind of resting at the end of these days. And then maybe we just work on the third game plan. On that day, maybe that works. So morale will go down a little bit. That's fine, but the mastery surface and game plans will go up, and her form will go up and stay up, and she will gain physical development. I don't mind that. I'm just wondering if that's too much. Yeah, it might be too much. It might be too much. Like I'm always thinking and trying to do little bits. I think just here, maybe we can add something in here. Again, I just feel like everybody needs a good serve, so we can do that. We can get some care in here. We can bump this up to medium. And again, a powerful ace. Some stop and goes. And some maybe just long distance running. Put that into care. And then here, maybe we can do more rest and just like not get hurt too much on the morale. Plenty of rest. We're getting up where we need to go. We should be in a good place, but this week it's a bit more. Yeah, okay. I don't mind this. I think what I want to do here is going to be long distance, for example, and then the obstacle course. And then turn those into care. I know. Yeah. Probably too much care, right? Bit more rest. Yeah. Okay. I'm micromanaging. Injury risk high. Yeah, but you're out of the tournament, so no, it's not. It's not high. It looks high. It feels high. It's not high. That's fine. Um, Hannah up against Lei Lu. Okay. Should be an easy match. We're in pretty good form. 6-2, lose 6-3, but then 6-1. That middle set, kind of things not going great. But we get up to where we need to go to. Over bonding. Looks pretty decent. Kind of want to look now. Yeah, see, like her stamina has, her conditions flown up, and that injury risk is no more. That is absolutely what I expected. That is absolutely fine. Natalia Senic. Name's familiar. Don't know why. Don't know why. So balanced match. Hannah 7-5-6-2. Nice solid win. That's going to take us to the quarterfinal. Anna Conja. Balanced, but we should be good. Lose the first in a tiebreaker. Really, really tight. And then come out storming in the second. 6-love. 6-2 in the third. And we do like to give away a win, but a set here and there. But we go and get the job done elsewhere. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Yeah, semi-final up against Amina Anshba. Balanced, but target the backhand, and we should be pretty decent. Lose 6-3 in the first, and then 6-3, 6-3 to take the match. Nice and control, and Kwame as well. Loves a little bit of a final. So he gets his final, Hannah gets her final. I think this is the first week that we've had multiple finals. Number 4 seed, Hannah Klugman, up against number 6 speed. Should we try that again? The number 6 seed, Gaia Squacchialupi. Maybe I got that right, maybe not. From Italy, 27-year-old, kind of developed. Tough opponent, but a girl that could do something. Girl could do something. We're very close in world rankings. We've got a better serve. They've got a better return. Yeah, it's very, very tight. It's going to be even. And yeah, make her run, high return intensity, which is everything set up. I feel quietly confident. And 6-4, 6-4. Hannah does well in a pretty balanced match. What should have been balanced was, and Hannah comes in, manages to get an absolutely fantastic win. Love that for her. And now Moyes will get his shot. So beats Tito Chavez and Ty Host. Then beats Michael Antonius. We like Michael Antonius. That is big. That is really, really big. And then Miguel, we really like. He's beaten by Bilozertsev. Okay. Youngster from Ukraine. And there, Carol is solid. We know that. Jack Seccord. Maybe it's Secord. Don't know. Comes back and he gets the job done there against his compatriot. So, going to be an interesting final. Easy match. Moyes has to start well, should be okay. Everything set up as it probably should be. Make him run. Put pressure on. 6-3, 6-3. Straight sets victory. Moyes, Kwame. Absolutely fantastic. So the fact that we've got back-to-back winners this week is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I just think we need to work on that serve a little bit, and then we could probably move up into the men's game and feel comfortable with it. But we're not currently booking tournaments. We're not currently booking the tournaments, but they both win, which is absolutely fantastic. We've got a press conference, so I'm guessing we're talking about Hannah here. Her effective serve was impressive during the final. Was it the key to winning, in our opinion? Yeah, it did go quite well. Her returns, yep, that was also good. She's in the best form of her life. Yeah, we'll have to see if it'll continue over the coming months, but she's been a new player in recent weeks. She'll be the one to watch over the next few weeks. Yeah, think that's fine. I'm going to say to Gaia, she's a very good player, but Hannah was a notch above her today. Sure, why not? Why not? 2 wins. Very, very nice, very decent. Not fully expected, but yeah. Again, I think we just front load that with care rather than rest. Morale's gonna tank for a bit, but it's gonna come up and we're just gonna keep the rest. She's gonna be absolutely fine. Um, the fact that we're going into back-to-back tournaments, I don't love. Looks like we're going in to the World Cup Juniors. Okay. With both, I would expect. Yeah, okay. So the boys and the girls juniors, that is absolutely fine. So, ooh, what week is that? Week 38. Uh, okay. Okay. Let me. Week 35, week 36. Then week 37, we got the World Cup. And then the week 38 is the US Open Juniors. Why would the World Cup for juniors be a week before a Grand Slam for juniors? Why would they be back to back? I'm not sure I'm fully understanding that. Surely you'd spread them out. Maybe it's just me, but it just doesn't seem like that makes a ton of sense, right? Maybe I'm overthinking that. Maybe that's just I'm completely missing something, but I'm very puzzled, very very puzzled. So Mao Mushika should be easy. Lose that middle set 6-3. Not really great, but tiebreak in the first, and then come back with a 6-3 of our own. We get that done. Isabel Cherney. Okay, fairly balanced. It's yeah, okay. I was gonna say let's hope that we can do something big, but it's a name I kind of do know. She's a little older. I don't think she's much better if she's better. In fact, I want to just take a quick. Yes, she'll be like no, guess I've got to say yes. Um oh, ooh, uh hmm. Interesting. Uh yeah, very interesting. Well, yeah. play the final. Why would it be? Why would we be back at the finals? Surely we should be at the. Like, doesn't it save at the start of each week? Maybe it doesn't. Johanna played well. We worked on the return. She keeps it up to any amount of months or weeks before becoming a major player. That's fine. And yeah, she'll be the one to watch. And she liked that. Okay. No problem, Hannah. Kind of roll over into the next week. Cool. Save here, just in case. Yeah, there definitely is an update for this anyway. So yeah, I just don't want to apply an update and have something else break. If it's only graphical stuff, I think it's fine. If it's anything that like starts to crash the game or really kind of kicks up a big issue at some point, then I can deal with that when I need to. If I just need to reload or just restart the game and get rid of all these graphical issues, then I can kind of live with that. And I don't know if these graphical issues actually are fixed in the patches. Because reading the patch notes, there were nothing about those. There were other sort of issues that I haven't actually faced. So I don't know. Yeah, Yana, like I say, I think we just go a little heavy on the care. Add a little game plan. You're good to go. You've got a tournament at the end of things. So you're going to be resting quite a lot going in. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Little tactical lesson towards the end. Then you've got a lot to set up for, so you're going to be very careful what you do moving into this. I think I kind of like that. I think I kind of like that. I think I kind of like that. Okay. So we're still at the same part of the draw, and we would face Isabel. Did we play Huang? I didn't think we played Huang. Who did we play? Was it Yun Lee? I did think it was Japanese. There's so many Japanese. Oh yes, it was Mao Mashika, wasn't it? That's who we played. So maybe because we're seeded, we're gonna sit in the same part of the draw. Maybe we're just lucky or unlucky that Isabel is in there. But that's fine. 6-2-6 love. That's a big win for Hannah. And then we will be playing against Isabel. We come out ahead. Okay. I'm not going to say it's commit so that we lose, but it feels a little rough. But it also shows that we probably just didn't have a good game last time. We probably had just a poor game, and this is still very close. So yeah, we weren't like outclassed last time, and we didn't outclass them this time. So now it's Mazzola, the number 5 seed, and potentially facing another qualifier, which is always dangerous. And then if we got to the final, Danielle Daly, the number 1 seed, against the number 2 seeds, both Brits, out in Georgia, that would be kind of interesting. But I don't know if we're going to get there. We should get past Mazzola. We do. We give away a set. We do like to give away sets. We don't face the qualifier. We get the homegrown talent of a Katarine Gogodze. And Danielle Daly couldn't get to the final, knocked out by Anna Conja. We lose the first. And we defeat the home favorite to go 6-2, 6-3 to face off against Anna Conja. I have to stop myself from saying Anaconda. Final. Maybe undeserved, maybe a little lucky. The way the game kind of broke down on us. We've beaten Anna twice. We're in the final. And we easily sweep her aside again. That's the third victory for Hannah. And Anna's pretty decent. Yeah, she is very, like, the fact we've beaten her 3 times in a row. Maybe it's the fact of her return, her volley, topspin, maybe those kind of things. Maybe it's just killer instinct, fighting spirit, I think. Those might be reasons. I realized I did the exact same thing I did last time, which caused the issue and the crash. Glad it didn't this time. So Kwame, second round qualifier. We win. And there is an interview request. So what a victory. Yeah, we got various plans we work on. She needed to relax and just treat it like any other. Yeah, this is great. She should be able to build her career on success, win bigger titles. And the future depends on each of our players, but she clearly defends her rank. Don't think I have any problems with that so far. But yeah, Hannah is racking up points here on the rankings. When that updates next, I kind of wonder how high she'll go. She's climbed 60 spots. And I don't know where really to look at things. I guess yeah. So yeah, she did okay. Play tournaments that do not count. Okay. Oh, Pro Tab. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So the biggest tournament was, not really great last year. We got a point. We got 9 points again towards the end of the season. And even later in the season, we got 11. So really, we're racking up 21 points. Of the 25? Yeah, of the 25. very little. In fact, all 25. So week 42, week 43, week 44, and week 47, we rack up those 25 ranking points on the women's tour. Now, this year we haven't gone for any big things. It's been just futures. We didn't get anything in week 1. In week 31, we got 8 points for that quarterfinal. And then we've had a mixed bag of results. But really, some of the early ones, 18, 19, 21, 22, 25, those are our lowest points. And that's, up to quarterfinals. Then we start improving a little bit. 27, we got to a final. 28, we got to the semi. And then week 31 was this futures that we got the 8 points for the quarterfinal there. And now week 34, week 35, that's 15 points each, winning in Batumi and Moscow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool if you ask me. I like that. I like that. I don't think she's anywhere near her peak. Although she's up to 2.5 stars now. But yeah, that's very, very good. I'm so happy with her. All reports, tournaments. This was what I was looking for. But actually, I think this is a better way to look at it. See, on the Pro Tour, Kwame has just kind of done nothing the entire time. He got 2 points towards the end of last season. He's got 4 points at the start of this. And that's it. He's been playing juniors. I am just wondering now if it is time to really start looking at booking here and just seeing what there is. Just seeing what there is. I do need to know. What we're already doing. I do need to know what we're already doing. So, yeah, okay. World Cup. So, 39. Like, we're definitely going to need to rest. So, if I look at 41 and 44 for Yana, I think I'm at the point where I need to probably start taking more notes. If I just put this down as Yana, 41, 44, Moise, and Hannah. Okay. So 41 and 44 gives us a couple of weeks in between. That works for me. And again, you're booked out like solidly. Just done back to back. You're no training. You're not scheduled 36, but you will be 37, 38. Again, I just think this fits, right? 41, 44. I wonder if I can do 39 too. So Hannah might. Might be able to run 39, 41, 44. And the others are in the junior US Opens. Yeah, see, nothing on the women's tour is recommended. Basically, I just want to see the 15s open. And I think I can do 41, 44. Do I need to avoid the qualifications? I don't know. I think maybe. I might need to just try. And there's a lot here, so do we just... Okay, so may refuse due to a low ranking. Do we have that here? What am I doing? I wish it would set. Okay, so it doesn't say that for Yana, and she's totally unranked, but it does say that for Kwame. Okay. So it doesn't say it's here. So maybe those qualifiers, those qualifications are actually easier to register for. Maybe. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Etafe Madrid? Do we like clay or do we like hard indoor? I don't know. Is there a way I can figure that out? Is there a hard or clay or something? Here? Yes. Win rate. I don't really... I don't really want to win rate. I kind of want to know what surface we prefer. Like, how do I tell that? Can I go in and edit to look at it? But I'll see a lot of other stuff, right? So, uh, yeah, okay. What is this? Hard indoor. So you don't like hard indoor. Okay. So week 41. Let's throw you on the clay. Because you don't like hard indoor. Think you like clay. Don't really have much of an option there. Oh, that's the qualifier to go to Melilla. Okay, okay. I understand. I understand. And this is the qualifier for this tournament. Okay, okay. I understand. I understand. I understand. Yeah, so we'll be a little more tired, but we can play in there. Right. Right. Instead of that one, if I go a week early, we don't have a ton of time to recover in between. But towards the end of the year, towards the end of the week, we can qualify at Sabadell, and that opens up the chance to play in the tournament at Sabadell. And we're not going to probably get far in these tournaments, but if we can get through the qualifiers, and then we can get to round of 32 or 16, and just get a few points in the men's game, we can climb the rankings and try and get Kwame going. That's the current idea. That's currently where we are. And this makes sense to me. It might not be right. I do not know. But it actually makes sense to me. Whereas before I didn't know anything realistically. Okay. So Hannah can go in week 39. And I'm pretty sure she likes clay. She doesn't like hard indoor, so that's fine. So the tournament's registration here, like how far do we want to go up? So we kind of want to do the futures, yeah. And then how far up do we want to go? What have we done? This is, we've done a future 25. I think that's as high as we've gone, right? Future 25s? Bunch of junior and the future 25s then. Okay. So really, I want to go from Grand Slam to future 25s. That's kind of it, right? I believe that's kind of it. So we can go on the 30th. It's really a shame that we don't like hard indoor because Roehampton is there. But we can go to Brno instead in Czechia. That will be good. And then a week off. And then we're back here on the clay, staying in Europe again. Ribeirão de Turia, Espanyol. And week 44, we really don't like. We don't like. But we might have to do hard indoor. Or we can just do hard and go to Nanning instead of Petanche. And again, be a little tight in the weeks. But we can also then possibly finish off in Orlando. And I kind of need to see what a 25 looks like. Because a 15 for winning, you get 14 for a semi-final. It's going to be that much tougher. So let's say we expect to get to a semi in the 15. So 8 and 4. 6 and 3. Yeah, okay. Maybe it is worth going to the 25. I think it might be tough, but that might be genuinely, genuinely the best way forward. Yeah. I don't love it. I don't love it. Um, and again, I think this is just where we should be, right? That's where we should be. And we're qualifying to play in this one, so week 45 to week 46 is all hard indoor. It's all gonna suck, basically. And if we try and go for one of these, there's a chance we might just get booted no matter what. But if we play in these qualifiers, there's a chance we might get in. So that's him kind of booked out. What has Yana been playing? 200s. Quarterfinal in the 200, quarterfinal in the 200, struggles in the 300. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it at all. So if I do this, they're only going to recommend me the girls, right? But I do badly need to get her ranked in the women's. And that's not going to work. So she likes the hard. That's fine. And she can do okay here. If somehow she wins this, I think we'll kind of be okay. And then yeah, these are okay. These are interesting. These are interesting. Trying to see if we can find more hard surface because she likes hard surface. So I'll put her in there. And then I guess we can just go hard indoor. I don't love it. I really don't love it, but I think it might just be kind of the way to play. And I don't know what she's like on clay. But part of me feels that we could do that and just like really focus on trying to sneak a few points in these futures. Yeah, okay. Maybe. Possibly. Kwame just got done. That's fine. It's not fine, but it is what it is. So pretty much like 103, 105, 135, 155. Oh, excuse me. So 216. I don't know why my brain did that. 263 is what I meant to say. 263. So we got 98 plus 16. It's 37. Plus 52. Yeah, we're definitely not making as much money as we have been. We're not down by much. I think we were at 70,000 profit. I think we peaked up near like 100 and just below 110, I think it was. And now we're back down to like 50-ish thousand, 55,000 over the last couple of months. We do have 200,000 in the bank. I am wondering if we just look to throw this at an upgrade somewhere. Although I don't think much is gonna get us money that we can afford that's gonna make a tangible difference right now. Yeah. The Padel courts, maybe. They might just be the best option. They might just be the best option. We're under 9K a month here. And we would be. I mean, that's more than double, actually. It's 25.1. This is just under 9. So for the sake of a month, and what was that? 160,000 or something close to that. I think that's the right way to do it. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, so you're okay there. You're doing good there. Kwame, you're currently prepping for a tournament. And you're in a tournament. You were in a tournament. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, any sort of tips, tricks, etc. I think now I'm reading the booking screen better. That might explain some of the issues I was having before. Hannah's finally got 10 speed. That is wonderful. And both forehand and backhand for Yana are very close to going up. That is nice. Yeah, Hannah's come on leaps and bounds this year. And this last period is much, much better. So same amount of tournaments, one extra match, 3 extra wins, almost double prize money, double the points, and her ranking has flown up inside the top 500. I was waiting for that update to see how high she'd climb, and yeah, that is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. The junior, she's tumbling down, but that isn't anything at all. Kwame, struggling. And yeah, he's had a good season on the juniors, but we don't need him to have a good season on the juniors. We need them to have good seasons on the men's and women's tour. So there is that, and you have been declined. Okay. So that was here, right, in week 40. Okay, we'll try and qualify. I'm guessing that we were in the qualifiers, maybe, or did we not get into the qualifiers? Did we get bumped from the qualifiers? Did we lose? I don't know. Um, it's a little annoying. Yeah, I wish you could kind of like set a range of tournaments for them to be booked in, and then the game auto book them. That's kind of how I wish that would work, because right now, otherwise, although you're giving up total control to the computer and they're just booking. Like Yana has got women's goal sets and not juniors, and she's only been booked in juniors because that's probably what she's better at. I get that. But don't lock me into goals for the women's and then not be able to book her in women's tournaments. And Kwame, he's got men's goals, not juniors goals. And he's good enough to compete in the men's goals, but his ranking sucks. But his ranking's always going to suck if he isn't getting booked and just sneaking an X point or two in. So surely I should be able to say, set limits of tournaments. Anything between junior Grand Slams and M25s. He should be in. Like, surely. There's a way to do that that isn't going to be intensive, isn't going to be complicated. Like, I just feel like the automatic system doesn't work and the manual system doesn't work, and you're kind of left to guess how it's all going to work. And because if you're guessing and you're booking into things you think you should get into, and the game isn't warning you that the tournament director will kick you out of them, but then they do anyway, I think that's bad because there is a warning on some. So if you're not told that's a possibility and you get bounced from a tournament, well, I should have been told. But also, if you are bounced out, you don't know until the playlist is finalized, which is when everybody else has finalized for that week. And so you're not playing a tournament for that week. And because you can't play every week and you've got to play every 2 or 3 weeks to kind of keep your fitness and morale and keep training and everything, you need to kind of balance out your schedule. If you are bounced, it throws everything else out. I wish there was more clarity and ideas behind that. Yeah, Yana really doesn't trust us much anymore. I wonder why. But she was stupid enough to set that, not me. I can't do anything about that. Couple of good players. Couple of really good players. So we've got Bonding, who's a 4-star. Jovic and Snowby look to be 5 stars. And then we got, 38 in the wings. So 11 classes, 2 months each. So it's going to take 2 years to clear through all of these if I let them run their course. I need to be checking back and killing anyone that's 4-star or below from our list. Uh, yeah. So a few little issues here and there with the game, and yeah. Like I say, I wish parts of it were a little more clear. I wish that some of the automation was a little better handled, or that you could specify some stuff. I understand how difficult that might be, and I'm not expecting miracles, but this is the 5th iteration of this game, and I would like to see a little more progress than I have been. And I really, really do enjoy the game, but there's just little bits that kind of break that immersion. So yeah, why play it already as a mandatory tournament during the same week or doesn't meet have the minimum required rank? So why am I allowed to book him in the tournament in the first place? And why, when I do register and it's a qualifier, it's an open qualifier, not the actual tournament, why do I not have the icon next to the register button, or the unregister button as it becomes, to tell me that he may not be able to play? I just feel that it's not making sense the way it should make sense. Because basically, he's got a ranking on the men's tour, and I cannot, for the life of me, book him in any men's tournaments at all. And if I let the computer handle it, they don't even try. So what am I supposed to do with that? I don't know. I don't know how I can do that. The only thing I can think of would be if I were to be really, really dumb. Because I mean, I just think I'm going to get bounced from that. And from that, because they're all the same, right? Is it just futures that I can't do? But this tells me that I may be refused. But this doesn't. So I get its qualifiers for a tournament, not a tournament, but like it doesn't tell me I can't expect to get accepted. So regardless of my reputation and ranking and everything else, I should fully be able to book this and know whether or not I'm likely to get bounced. Because I'm going to get bounced from this. That's a no-brainer. I'm going to get bounced all the way down here. But it's telling me with every single one, I'm likely to get bounced. This one, it's not telling me I'm likely to get bounced. But every time I book these, I get bounced. So what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get him on the men's tour this year when it won't let me book for the men's tour this year? Like, I fully don't get it. I don't have any opportunity. And if I try it and it doesn't work, I just end up getting bounced. So these are the recommended. This is what I should be going for. But I get bounced from them. I don't know what to do with that information. Because like I should be able to get in these with these kind of player bases. I should. And I'm really confused why I'm not. So week 42, I don't know. Spain is recommended. No, maybe it's not recommended. Okay, recommended. So week 42, Fayetteville. We'll see. Week 44, we'll try and hit that, and we'll try and hit Austin, Texas. That's it. They're recommended. I'm not being told I'm going to get bounced, and we might just waste the rest of his season in terms of being able to play, which would suck because we're so close to being top 100 rank and or French players, and just 1 or 2 points probably away, or 1 or 2 good finishes away from here. And we've missed 6 tournaments with him because the booking doesn't make sense to me. It's one of my few things that I think is game breaking. And yet I haven't seen anything about that in patch notes. So that hasn't been fixed, or it hasn't been seen to be an issue maybe. I don't know. But I'm not playing boys. And I'm not playing girls. I'm gonna try and get up, but I don't know why I keep getting told no, and why Yana, who has 0 ranking at all, can be booked in those futures. And Moise can't. I think that's kind of what's really messing with my brain too. So if you know, and maybe it is something that needs to be patched, let me know, please, because it's the one thing, as well as the graphical stuff, which isn't too bad. It's the one thing that's annoying me more than anything else, and it's the one thing I find game breaking, because I should have been able to play him on the men's tour at times, and should have been sneaking points and be able to hit his goals. I might fail those. He might get pissed off. Yana's already going to get pissed off. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I wish I did. So any help, any tips, tricks, anything, please do let me know. Apart from that, like I say, this is probably where we're going to leave this before we head to Brno and Czechia with Hannah. Coming towards the end of this second season, and I think we're in a very good place. Everything looks pretty good, but I just need to be able to book races. Or if there's an issue with Kwame or Men, do I just sack him off and just have women in the academy? I don't love that, but maybe that's what we need to do. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. As always, how about the algorithm? We're still going to continue playing. It's still fun. It's still a really good game. I just think it's priced a little high for having to put up with some of these issues. I can get past the copy not being right, and the language being used not making full sense, translation issues, etc. That's all fine. Graphical stuff, that's fine. It can get cleaned up later. But stuff like this is really kind of stopping me from wholly recommending it to people. And I really want to be able to. I really want to be able to. So a little bit of a shame, but we're going to try and power through. We are going to try and power through. So more videos to come. We're going to keep on with this. We're going to keep trying to get towards our main goal. And if we got to update, if we got to patch, if we got to restart, whatever we got to do, I'll probably end up doing. I just needed to make sense. So that's all. But until next time, thank you very much for stopping by. I do appreciate y'all. Check out the memberships now available on the channel. Love you all for the support that you continue to give. And I'll see you next time. Till then, though, take care, stay safe, and I wish you all the best. I hope it all makes sense to you.